Hey, Quinn here. Good morning to the fleet. Today we're going to replace the mechanical water seal on this UltraJet 340HT-S. And we're going to do so because last season the port jet started weeping through a weep hole that's designed to notify you that you've lost that water seal. And we'll show you exactly where that is here a little bit later. Some, but not all of the items you're gonna need are grease, and a lot of it, a type RL2 or similar is what the maintenance manual calls for. A gear puller to pull that drive shaft flange on the forward end inside the engine room off the shaft. A hydraulic press if you have one. We will use a vise. A large spanner wrench for that bearing lock nut, which we didn't have, but it clearly takes a spanner wrench, and we just used a pipe wrench or monkey wrench. And lastly, make sure you keep your maintenance manual handy and refer to it as often as needed. Let's get in the engine room. Okay, got a little light on this subject here. Before we get started taking this flange off, in the service manual it talks about after you put the flange back on, when you're done, this little ring here that's black, hopefully you can see it, spins freely. That's just kind of what it looks like at the moment. So we're using 1 7/8 instead of whatever it's supposed to be because we can't. Oh, Lordy, have mercy. Thank you. So the service manual calls for a 30 millimeter. I called the sales and service guys and they said they think it's a 36 millimeter. Neither of those are correct. So we tried to find a 47 millimeter and that isn't around in Yaknik, so we got this 1 7/8. Now this flange is on a tapered shaft, so we're probably gonna need a puller. When I nod my head, you hit it. Oh! Okay. That guy comes out. This guy comes out.
Here, I'll lay it out in I'll lay it out in the fashion it comes out here.
That little spacer out, there's this nut here and a castle washer, whatever. We just pulled that out. Now we kind of need a spanner wrench for this thing. Got it locked, but we need a cheater bar.
Put a big open-ended wrench on it.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I chewed the heck out of that. I have a spare.
Oh yeah.
But this obviously is one way. It's got a bevel on it, right? So that goes aft.
Yeah.
Here, or you got a thing. Oh yeah.
Here's the bearing.
There's the bearing inside there. Oh, daddy-o. Yeah, that spacer just fell off of my hand.
Okay, so then we have an O-ring right there too.
Yeah, that's the bearing. Okay, want one of those for your collection? Here's in this housing, there's oil seal on this side and oil seal on this side. Yeah, and we'll take a look at that more in depth later. O-ring here. O-ring here. Oh yeah, we got soupy grease coming out of there. I think that's because we had water in that puppy.
Yep.
Well, maybe holler one of the other guys and have them bring that 3/8 chuck up the drive.
Oh God,
They're not gonna know what we're talking about. Okay, well, maybe I should have hired somebody else. Okay, okay, down in there. That's the oil seal that has gone bad. Oh, there's a little goo stuck in there too. Gravel, some sticks, and that's the outside of the boat. That's why you don't take this off when you're in the water, because that's gonna flood the boat. You're gonna have to go push out from outside.
Okay.
Oh, watch my digits. Yeah, keep her coming. Keep her coming. So, I think this is going to have to be changed on the shaft in here. Like you're not getting the shaft out into the engine room. It's just not going to happen.
No. Oh.
Okay, that's going to come off, obviously. Watch your head is in the way of the upper camera. This is that little cage that holds. I already got my greasy digits on this, but this is that ceramic collar race that is part of the water seal that you don't want to get dirty at all. But my greasy digits are all over it. And here's a big spacer. This top portion is the forward portion. Oh yeah, and you could see in there where it was getting hot, all that yellow stuff, water leaking through, and seawater and dead bugs. I don't know, basically this is just gonna have to go down onto the bench because we gotta get this thing cleaned out and put seals back in.
This, I think, is the weep hole, and it has to be lined up with the weep hole in the housing.
Well, the service manual said that it was pointed down. In retrospect, we could have utilized our gear puller to get this seal off the shaft, but since the seal is bad, we weren't worried about damaging it further. There we go.
Interesting. Ah, didn't need to mark it.
Oh, there's a
snap ring
right there. Okay, good. So we marked it here, but of course there's a snap ring in here. That's what holds this collar in place back on the back side and the aft. So good. And I know it said that in the manual as well, but I forgot about it until just Hunter found it. Throwing this away because it's bad. There we go. We're moving the studio down to the workbench.
A few moments later.
Here, Hunter's digging the spent grease out of the seal housing before we pull the O-rings and the grease seals out. So this is that bearing they sent and their part numbers, and then of course, you know, that's what the SKF Explorer part number is. Yeah, that's not part of. That is not, that inner one, that inner collar is not part of the bearing. Oh, we just lost a O-ring out the back.
Ooh, okay. So that goes right here.
Right there. And this is a grease seal right here. Oil seals for the housing and that cage.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Here's the UltraJet power seals that come in the kit. If I look at the numbers, 85, 110, and 12. There's the SKF number, 85 by 110 by 12. Okay. So that's pushing the freaking whole bearing out. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, that was relatively easy. Just used the heel of this thing here and pried it out until I was up against the housing on this side. I'm gonna clean all this up and I'm gonna take this collar out. Okay, thank you, sir. Here, Hunter's using a 6-inch vise to press in the new shaft seal into the seal housing. Okay.
Well, that solves this one.
Yeah. So we just press that in with the little piece of, you know, what is this? Teflon. So now we still have one spare. Just on that.
Ooh, I need to clean that too.
The seal housing needed a little wire wheel action to clean out all the crud left over from when the water leaked in. This can of buoy paint was just the right diameter to press this shaft seal into the bearing housing, or what UltraJet Power calls the bearing cap.
Tricky. Keep going. And you're in.
That's it. You're in there. Okay. That's nice.
Yeah.
Pressed it right in after I ruined one with trying to hammer it in. Okay. Right up against the edge of the housing. In there tight. Okay, good deal. Now this, right, this guy goes and sits in there, and all this is packed with grease. Probably ought to press that in too, huh? Okay. The vise worked great for us. Probably would have been cleaner, easier, and faster if we would have had a shop press in the Connex here to utilize. But you can see right there, it pushed it right in. It was no problem at all. That's your money right there.
How far? Oh, it still needs to go quite a bit back.
Oh.
Into there. Maybe we need to rotate it. I don't know. That might be as far as it goes in. Yeah.
Oh, it's sitting on that. It's on that seat in there. Okay.
You need to get
that thing in there.
Maybe we should have gotten that in before we put the bearing in. What are you working on? We're gonna put some plates over the. Probably press it in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There we go. Are we up against the housing now?
Oh.
No, not quite.
No, not against the housing. I don't think. Oh. Actually, I think that's seated.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's money right there.
This vise is a game changer.
Yeah. I'd like to thank the skipper for getting that. Yeah. Now, we got to pack this void with grease. Yeah. Remember, too much grease is always enough. Man, this thing takes the grease. Jeez. Okay, back up on the boat. We're going to take all this stuff and reinstall it. Hopefully it goes in half as easy as it came out, because we got 30 minutes till the ACI and Marine Jet Power barbecue happens right right across the street. Okay, we're gonna buff off some of this grime. We just cleaned this part of the shaft off with rubbing alcohol so as to remove the grease.
Scalpel.
Okay. Yeah, so this is going to be a tree. You won't be able to see all this because this is coming in from underneath. Down a little bit farther. There we go. Okay. Okay. Here, let me take it this way here.
I'll hold it down. Yeah, you got it better. There.
Oh boy, that's going to be a real bear.
Few minutes later.
Hey, I know you guys are just about ready to kick off over there. We're in the engine room and we're sliding this mechanical seal back into place. And can we use anything? Dish soap, silicone?
Yeah,
soapy water.
Soapy water. You can use straight dish soap too, whatever works. But yeah, that's what we use in the shop.
Okay.
No silicone like super lube?
No super lube or silicone-y things like that on it?
No, that could compromise the sealing properties. So yeah, you want to use the dish soap because it'll go away.
Cool.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, sure thing. Hope we can see you later at the party. But
yeah.
the work comes first.
Yeah, well, we'll see you soon for sure.
All right.
Okay, thanks.
Sure.
Bye. I think that's going to make it real easy here. Okay.
Ooh.
Money.
Money.
Yeah. Okay, that's where it's supposed to be. It's up against that,
nice.
that collar. Okay. So the ceramic face, if you get grease on it, it'll burn out. And this is a trick I learned from my buddy Tommy Montecucco. Now it's got to go back out the hole.
We should clean that out with alcohol.
Yeah, there's a little divot down there that it's like a sump. You can see that little groove there. That's the sump for the weep hole that's over on that side of the housing, the jet housing, right there. So
I'd like to just lightly grease this O-ring on the outside.
Sits in there like this. Over the end there. You want me to push that down?
Yeah.
We just put this ceramic seal in backwards. We just looked at the manual, and this last little ceramic collar goes on this way with this O-ring facing forward.
All right, here we go. Like that, and then we need to pack this with grease.
Yeah. This takes a pile of grease, all right. Now what?
Now small O-ring.
Oh, into that pile of goo?
Yeah.
Where does it go? It's that cage. Oh, it's the small O-ring that it's tight on the shaft.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one right here, tight on the shaft. There's one on either side.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's two of these. There's one gonna go on the shaft. Well, they're both gonna go on the shaft. One goes first, one goes later.
This is the big O-ring.
Oh, that's the big O-ring for this one right here. That's that baby. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Now we bearing housing.
No, that aluminum sleeve.
No, the bearing housing.
Well, how are you going to get that aluminum sleeve on after the bearing housing's already on?
Well, that goes on the
Hunter
other
was
side.
right. Bearing housing goes on next. Oh, we can slide it in through inside. Oh, as luck would have it, it goes this way, because these mounting bolts are for that pump that was on there. The one when I had the boat built, but I took it off because I didn't like it. Boom.
Yep. And then O-ring.
I'm gonna just let that sit right there so as to appear casual. Well, at any rate, this other O-ring, second of the deuce, is gonna go. It's already on. If we pick this whole thing up and slide this into place on these studs, I think that'll help us. We might need somebody out back to help support the far end of the shaft. Can we go a little bit more? Okay, keep her coming just a skosh. Okay, so this sleeve, and we're reusing this sleeve. I have new ones, but I'm just gonna keep those. And that's gonna push that O-ring right into place. Boom, that's good. We're hoping this is just gonna compress that into place, and we're gonna be good. And this O-ring right here is gonna go in. There's a little beveled edge that hides, you can see that it hides in there already. So that's gonna be that. This guy is what I screwed up earlier. And that's on. This is on, and clearly this is threaded here, and there's clearly no threads there, but we'll start seeing those when we wrench this back to place. Yeah, it's right here.
Okay. You're gonna try to just...
I mean, it's just suck it into place. I can see it's going in.
Yeah, that's moving.
So this just isn't gonna work. There's no way that this is out here.
We put this thing backwards.
Ha!
This is what happens when you drink a bunch of beer at lunch.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. Okay.
I need to regroup. You can't show that to anybody.
If you follow my channel at all, you know that we're on the Earn As You Learn program. We'll get her figured out. We'll get her done right. It just won't be right the first time, apparently.
Well, that's seated. So we just seated the.
Oh, that cage.
Yeah.
We're good, dude. We know what's going on. So you have to put it on backwards to seat the cage. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, now it's on there.
Let's try this again.
Yeah. Second time's a charm, son.
After an extensive search of the maintenance and installation manual, I wasn't able to find any torque specs, so we're just doing it by feel here.
Pull hard, it'll come easy. Okay, now that we got this housing on, we got to put this O-ring in here. Crew's working on the outside of the boat right now, so. Okay, that goes inside that outside seal.
I'm gonna have to go outside and
Lift up.
push the shaft forward. Lift it up?
Yeah, just up a little bit, and then can you shove it in at all?
Yeah.
Yeah, bring it in. Bring it on home to daddy. There we go. Get some light on the subject. Okay, almost. Okay, go ahead and slowly let it down.
All right.
Okay, thank you. We're gonna go back outside and put the impeller back on so we can lock the shaft in place to get all this stuff tight on the inside here. Okay, let's see what happens there now. Oh man, where's that key at?
Is it in?
That's in, but this will spin on that. Okay.
I say we call that good. Huh?
Yeah, let's call that good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because this is beveled in the inside just for that purpose. Here, let's take this key back out if I can. There we go. I'm just going to show the team here, our spectators. See, that's beveled on both sides here, and I wonder if that's exactly why that is such a thing. Yeah. Because their tolerances are just so that guy goes in there and will spin around that woodruff key. Well, I keep calling it a woodruff key. It's not a woodruff key, but you know, it's a key all the same. Okay, that goes on. This washer goes on into that space down there. That's in there. The unknown nut, we don't know the size for that. The real 47-ish.
46.
It's still turning. It's still turning. This is one thing it says in the service manual, that little collar has got to spin when we get this baby in place.
Really?
And it wasn't, yeah. Yep. And it wasn't, that nut came right off. I mean, I don't know what the torque was, right? Because they won't tell us, but
you came off with this.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
It's not super tight.
And that thing still spins. Perfect. Yeah. Oh, you know what we need to do is we need to lock that nut into place. Okay, we're gonna suck this back down. We're gonna put the drive line back in place. But for all intents and purposes, that's the end of this Earn As You Learn program from the bowels of the Smoky Point. We've got this in the bag. So thanks for watching. Hope to see you folks back on the water.